How's it going today? John Cope from Cope Racing Transmissions. At the transmission dyno, actually it's my valve body dyno, and we're gonna dyno test this valve body. It's a 727 or 904 trans brake valve body. This one has the first and second gear option, and I had actually built this valve body, sent it to a customer, and there was an issue with it. The pressure was too high. It was something in the machining process that didn't get done, and I overlooked it. It was completely my fault. So the customer sent it back to me, and I sent him a replacement, which I usually don't do quickly, but I did in his case. He had a points race he had to go to. So I'm going to throw this valve body in the dyno and see where our pressure's at.
Well, my baby called me Katie, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine. Man, my baby long, great God, she mighty, my baby she tall. My baby long, great God, she mighty, my baby she tall. Now my baby she long, my baby she tall. She sleeps.
All right, let's fire it up and see what the pressure is. Put the camera on the gauges, and I'm going to talk to you guys and tell you what's going on. First gear, second gear, third gear. So we're putting first. Bouncing around a lot, but about 175. Go to second. About 200 in second. Oh, you know what? The second gear gauge is not right. That second gear gauge is off. It went to max pressure one time and it messed up the calibration, but it's off about 25 psi. So let's put it in first. We're going to apply the trans brake and test it in first gear. See the output shaft spinning? That's first gear brake. Put it in second. Second gear brake. Shift it up into third. We'll go through the shift points real quick. I'll rev it up for you. First gear. Second. Third. Converter applied. Converter release. No governor pressure on this. No fourth gear on this. So this gauge is off. We're about 190, 185 to 200 psi. So the valve body's fixed. It was an oversight of mine, and I manned up to it and I fixed it, and it's dyno tested and it's perfect. But since I already sold this and the customer returned it, he was a little gun shy about it, and I don't blame him. I made a mistake and I fixed it, and it's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this as a barely used first and second gear launch. Trans brake, no lockup, no clean neutral. I'm not changing nothing. This valve body, the way it is, I'll give you $100 off for retail. The valve body core charge still applies. The shipping still applies, but it's $100 off for retail. And the first guy that calls me and says, I want that valve body, I'll sell it to you. I'll pull it out and let you take a closer look at it, and then I'll give you the serial number and build date on it. When I built this, I mean, I didn't build the dyno, but I definitely made changes to it to do what I want it to do for me. I got it set up so when you spin it around, all the fluid stays in the transmission. So I got the vent blocked off and I got a locking dipstick in there. So I never have to add fluid, but maybe once in a while. So by tipping it upside down, it makes it so much easier to work on the valve body compared to having the car on the hoist, pulling the valve body in and out every time you want to make a test. So this has been a great asset to the shop and probably one of my best tools that I have here. It really helps me figure out any issues. If someone has an issue with the valve body, I've even fixed other brands of valve bodies on here. All the gauges and everything are hooked up to the dyno, including the converter pressure, which no one's ever read that before. Not that I know of in a dyno. So this is I'll show up a little closer to the valve body. It's valve body serial number 410, first and second gear launch, and I built it last year in November. And the customer put it in, and it was having a pressure issue. I took care of that. I put it in the dyno here. I verified that it's fixed. It's only got it's set at 185 to 190 psi, and it works. The first gear launch, second gear launch. So anybody who wants this valve body, the first person that calls me that wants this valve body, it's $100 off. The valve body corp charge still applies and the shipping still applies. So whoever wants it, let me know. Have a good one, guys.